All right, I think we are live. Okay, okay. So, hello guys, welcome back to another stream. Today is Saturday, and I was just working, and I I was thinking of implementing what we did last was to implement notify create on a file watcher. So, I thought, why shouldn't I go live while doing that? So, we'll learn together. So, I'm just currently having an issue, so that's what I'm kind of going through the docs and all. So yeah, so if anyone passes by, then please do leave a like and share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and also you can hang out on chat as well. I would surely enjoy some company over here. Anyways, so I won't be talking much and going through what I'm doing. I will just simply code and do. And if anyone want to chat, then feel free to hang out. Okay, so all right, let's do this thing. So I think stream is going fine. I hope so. If anyone finds anything wrong with the stream, then please uh, feel free to tell on chat. Okay. So this is what we are building. So I was running this project with the watch command so that I don't have to go and run each time. So I just ran it on watch command and simply on the terminal, and then I'll do update some changes over here. It will reflect directly on here. Anyways, so the issue that I am facing currently is whenever I fire some event on the directory, this gets called. So actually I'm using match. It's a exhaustive, it requires some exhaustive casing, so I need to handle all the cases well. But so the issue that I'm currently, so I put a print ln statement over here that I found. So whenever I'm trying to create a file on a directory that is being watched, so it's firing a creating a file, it's firing a modify event, as you can see. So for remove, so if I remove a directory in a folder, as you can see, it says folder remove, file remove. So the kind was remove file, remove folder. But while creating a file, so it says other event occurred. So you can see there are two events that are firing currently: create, modify. So because now the modify is also firing, so it's going on this underscore exhaustive casing, so it is treating it as other event. But I want that if I create a file, then it should be only file event, like create event, and I need to log that. So based on that, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to I'm just trying to implement a thing where I can figure out what are the changes that has been done on a file. So the directory has been watched. If I create a file or a folder, the events are getting logged, so that is fine. But what if I create a file and I need to check what content has been changed inside a file? So for that, I'm maintaining a hash over here. As you can see, I'm using SHA-2 crate. So inside that I have SHA-256 over here. So I'm using this thing, and I'm using SHA-256 to create a hash. So this is the function that it does. I'm reading a file. Yeah, any good full stack project recommendation? But you can create anything, any simple CRUD thing. So what is your tech stack? Is it JavaScript? Mer. So you can create anything. There are like everything you can create on Mern, I guess. So you can create any CRUD application, but make sure to use best practices in that. Like on the node side, you can create like really good tools that are currently doing like Zod for Zod as a uh, so database and all. You can do that. Anything you can create. What are you currently thinking of creating? So yeah, one more thing. Don't go for clones, I think, because initially it will be. What's your? I think you're maybe fresher. I don't know. Don't go for clones. Start with simple apps like create a simple CRUD application for user. Then you can add features to it, and slowly you can build things around it. Okay. So where were we? Yeah. Yes. So this function creates hash, as you can see. So I'm reading a file. So the path that I'm giving, it will read contents to it, and it will create hash of those contents. So once the hash is created, I'm going to store it in a hash map, and the key will be the path of that file. So this way, if there is anything changes on that file, the hash will also change. So we can detect that, okay, so the hashes are different. So that means the content has been changed. So currently what I'm doing, I'm storing those files along with their hash on a hash map, as you can see in log somewhere like this. So it's a path of that file and it's a hash. So if the content of the file changes, this hash will also change. So it is really helpful in detecting the changes on a file. So what I'm doing right now is, yeah, so this event thing, as you can see, if I log this a create file event, let me just do this. Hmm. So if I do, okay, so now I'm creating a v1.txt file. So as you can see, if I create a file, the event is getting logged over here. So the event is create. Also, there is another event firing, that is we have written on exhaustive case, that is other event occurred, and that is modify. So create and modify, two events are firing, but we need to only handle create, right? So we need to figure out why this is happening. Uh, right. So as you can see, file has been created with this the path of the file, and this is the hash map that is updated. So we create a hash and stored it in a hash map. The same goes for, let me just hit enter over here. So if I remove this file, as you can see, I do a ls, and if I remove this file, so there is another event fired that says file removed. So the hash is also removed, right? Because the file has been removed, so we need to create remove the entry from the hash map as well. So as you can see, the hash map is empty now. This is the event details that we need to log. All right, guys. Please leave a like if you like it. And okay, so we need to figure out this, right? So what we're doing is, So this event kind enum is inside this notify create that I'm using. And as you can see, event kind, it has multiple things over here: access, create, modify, remove. So basically I'm using this. Let me just go on the code for this. So this is the create event handler. Event can create, file created, and this, and then again this is firing. So two events are firing, right? So we'll figure out why it's happening. I looked for this as well. So it says that catch all pattern that matches anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So this match statement, we have to cover all the possible cases on the match statement, and then if there is anything that is not handled by the above cases, it gets over here on the underscore section. Okay, match a single value one. This is the piping over here. This is a prime 13 to 9. This 13. Okay. Mm, underscore in special. Try commenting out this catch-all arm. So it says this is used to ignore any value, right? Uh, so catch-all arm. So what if I do this? It says one more not covered. Access modify, right? Access and modify. What does it say? Okay, guys, please leave a like. Mm, depends on underlying operating system and specific problem will modify create. The problem is when I change or edit a file, it's showing the event twice. In terminal, it's showing data any for a single file change. General. Okay. Okay. This is the thing. How you edit a file. There may have been multiple syscalls. Example, truncate, then write. Okay. This can be no. For now, what we can do, we can we ignore this because everything is not covered here, right? How to do that? The rest transfer uses wildcard measure to ignore specific values. This allows, for example, when matching options, one can be used to match any integer. I'm having to duplicate match code because I can't figure out how I. No, this is not what we need. You can remove this. This is already the implicit value. Blah blah blah. One way without. Yeah, blah is sense. Hmm. And one more thing that I commented out here is access. So access. So when I hit a ls command, let me just show you what was the issue with this as well. So access kind. I can do this. So reading the directory, right? Map store. We don't need that. Simply just do this. So if anyone on the chat figures out what is the problem over here or want to help, surely we can pair program this one. Uh, let's figure out what is the problem with this. So it says watcher up and running. Let me just it's all in the test folder, right? So what is this? I mean, how access works. I'm accessing this test folder that is under watch, right? ls la. No event is firing. Touch v1 dot txt. The event fired. What if I vi v1 dot txt? What is this? Okay, so these are the events that are firing along with this. So event kind create file. Why the hell is this firing around? Ooh. Event kind. File removed. All the events are firing. If I let me just do this. Event kind modify create modify remove event kind remove. I think I need to just do one simple query. Let's take help for friend how to use access event from notify create. Notify creating a separate way to monitor. Okay, okay. There is no direct mention of an access event. Create, modify, remove. So the fault or debounce event. So handle the file system events in packet you can use the recommended watcher by the create. As a general approach to using the notify create to monitor files. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. So it says spawn the new thread. Keep the main thread alive to receive events. What's this? Hmm. Thread allows execution to continue at the end of scope, which then results in the. All right. Hmm. Guys, if you are watching this stream, please leave a like and feel free to ask questions, or maybe you can help me out. So the issue I'm facing currently is if I use this access kind, so it was a, let me just do one thing first. So the issue I'm facing is whenever I create a file, a create event and modify event both are firing. I'm using notify create. So if anyone has idea what's going on. Okay. So this is my function. So okay, it is waiting for the, it fetches the event from this receiver, and it's a loop, and as soon as any it encounters an event, it will send it to this thing. So it seems pretty straightforward. Then what's the issue? Oh, oh, oh. What is this thing? Acha, it's a Sunday alert. So currently this thing is going right. Mm. So let's say, so I need to simply ignore this thing. Let's say that it says missing match arm, any access modify, and one and more not covered. So modify, create. Guys, please don't forget to like this stream. I'm struggling here, and if anyone is watching this, and feel free to help me out over here if you are familiar with notify create or just starting out in Rust like me. And we can edit this. So what if I do this? Uh, Three more not covered. So try commenting out this catch-all arm definitely. Match expression 2. The arms of match must cover all the possible values. See how Rust is making sure that I don't leave anything open over here. So this match arm will, I have to handle all the cases. But okay, that means if ah okay, okay, okay. I think I figured out. So I think, not very sure. I think the event that I'm currently, like if I create a file, it creates like two events, right? So this and this. create and modify. So I think this other event occurred statement is printing because while creating a file, because the modify event is also firing. So if what if I like implement modify, not sure, I modify kind. So modify kind, any other data name. So modify kind, data or name. So name, that means file or folder has been renamed like this, or data. So this data, a event emitted when data content of a file is changed. So if I change something, then this will file. So first of all, let's do this thing, and any sorry, uh any, it's a catch-all case to be used when a specific kind of event is unknown, but we are sure that we need to handle two events over here. Name, that is if a file name has been renamed. So I think if I use name, then I should have all the information of like the previous name, maybe on event dot paths, maybe zeroth argument and one argument. I don't know, we'll check. But we let's do this thing first. Name, so it takes a rename mode. Okay, and what's this? To any from both. Okay, let's figure out what this is. To an event emitted on the file or folder resulting from rename. ठीक है. A catch-all case from the event on the file or folder that was renamed. That was renamed. All right, it will take the previous. Guys, if you're watching this, please leave a like. So we have one like for now. Thank you very much. And feel free to hang out on chat. Maybe we can pair program this thing and share your experience like the one I am stucking over here while learning Rust. So I was from a web dev background. So it was hard while like shifting from Node.js to Rust. So basically the concept is same, but the difference is this, how a language like operates. So I tried replicating my Node.js server using ActixWeb, that I have the video on this channel as well. So I tried to basically replicate everything the way I had in Node.js. Like we create a server, we have all the middlewares, then we configure middlewares on the path, we create routes and all controllers and the database connectivity. So I tried replicating exact thing like that, like all the architecture and all. So it was not very difficult to understand the flow and all, but it was difficult. So this is not, so the project that I'm doing is completely different from the web dev projects. How is stream going? Healthy. All right. Guys, please leave a like and feel free to hang out on chat. Also let me know that if stream is going. So what are you doing? Nothing. I'm just creating a project or simple application that will watch a directory, and then I keep adding features to it, like first of all, how like to watch a directory for recursive changes, and then so the events that I'm logging over here, and then I will check if the content has been changed or not. For that I'm maintaining hash on hash map. And yeah, with this I'm learning this third party sites. How are you, bro? Amazing, amazing. So yeah, so this is what I'm doing currently. It's not very high level thing that I'm doing, like simple thing. So are you interested in Rust, or are you currently a developer using Rust? So as you can see, we are using modify. So we have a modify kind name and it takes a rename mode. So we'll use both because we will print. We want to print what was the name earlier and then after the rename. So okay, right. Did you? Okay. So rename mode both. Mm, modify. All right, people, hit like on this stream if you think so. So for now, we have one like, and I can see that we have got five concurrent viewers. So guys, come out on chat and help me solve this thing. Come on, people. So let's see. Let's say event dot paths 0. Maybe event dot paths. Let's see what's in this. Can we do that? Okay. All right. I think we will still struggle with this thing because we haven't covered all the cases right now. So we need to cover one more thing over here, that is access kind, I think, right? Because until we cover all the cases, that exhaustive case will keeps on firing, right? So we need to cover all the cases on match. So I think that was the issue. I'm not very sure, but let's see how it goes. Mm, so let's do this. Let's say touch v1 dot txt. So it's a REST API with no. I'm not. I'm just doing completely different thing from web development, API development. It's a simple application. I will morph into a CLI application later on. So it's not a REST API thing. But what I'm doing is I'm kind of implementing, or let's say replicating or learning uh, things. The concept is I need to watch a directory for events, and then I will watch a file what content has been changed. So I got this idea when I was just reading the internals of Git. So Git does is it maintain the hash of the file. I mean, a higher level info is Git maintains the hash of the file and then it checks out whether what content has been changed. So I'm kind of, so that get me the idea to watch a directory, and then so I'm just doing that. uh, so I tried learning it, but pinboxed in, oh my god, you are doing pinboxed in is just plain weird. I'm not learning it yet. Okay, I have no idea what you're saying. Pinboxed in, yeah, hopefully I will reach there someday. Great, great. So Are you a web dev or fresher or experienced developer? What's your name? Third party sites, buddy. So if I create this, as you can see, these two again that are firing because now let's modify this thing. So I'll use this. So let's do this. I'll say move v1.txt. Okay. Mhm. uh, Commands test folder. I will rename it to v2.txt. Let's see what happens. So you can see we renamed the thing and a modify event fired, but we didn't receive those things. So what happened there? Okay, v2 v1, right? So we updated this v1, renamed v1 to v2. Modify name, modify name. Okay. uh, can we event kind modify? We did name, right? Rename mode. Send. Do we have any? Mhm, mhm. So if I am correct, I think we have 7 concurrent viewers. 10 now. Great. So let's do this in rename mode. In modify event of notify create and test. Mm, Pin box din. So I think boxed in is that I'm aware of. Hmm. Okay, so it ensures that value is not moved and it wraps a pointer. Just one query, third party sites. So like, how do you encounter this thing, this pin? What were you using? Like, what were you implementing? If you remember. Okay. Okay, so rename uh event kind rename. Okay. It's async thing. Learn async first, then use it. Right, right. Okay. So, okay. So, did you like going like go on the internals of like using futures and all? Because coming from a web dev background, we simply use async and await. So, like on the JavaScript side. So while when I was replicating this thing, Node.js server, so the some few functions that I created was async. So, but I think it is important to know about the futures and all, right? Well, that's a long way to go. Prime Gen is a great example. Okay. Are you referencing any video of Prime Gen? Okay, so modify, and we have modify kind. What it says? It says event kind dot rename. Maybe we can simply say using modify kind, modify and class with examples. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But I don't remember which one right now. Okay, no problem. So, what's your tech stack currently? Are you still like working with Rust or Mm, okay, so it simply says event kind modify, but we need check if the file has been renamed. Let's see what modifies take first. Event. So we have event kind, modify kind. Let's see this thing. So these are trade implementations. Node, Node.js, amazing. So one of the uh, my the first chat, it says any good recommendation for a full stack project. So maybe if you can suggest anything, the guys can. Even this specific. Okay, rename mode. Let's go inside it. Mm, Single event emitted with both from and two paths. Okay, both. It says both. So if I says how to use rename mode both. 7 days. Okay. So guys, if you are watching this stream, feel free to hang out on chat. Maybe we can figure out this thing. So modify kind name, rename to. Okay. Name from to and from. So we can club these things in both. Like this is what it says, right? Both. So we have from to and we have both a single event emitted with both the from and to paths. So I think on the 0th it will be from, and on the first it will be the updated one. Okay. As of now, when rename triggers will have modify name from. Okay. Uh, let's do this first. Into, and then we can maybe. Mm, right, right, right. So yeah, that's what I also like told him, that you can create anything. So if you are a fresher or just starting out, you can build simple thing, and then you can wrap things around it.